This is the sideline glute adductor exercise. So you need to be near a wall. I have a foam roller here. Foam roller is best, but if you don't have one, that's okay. Grab maybe a couple yoga blocks if you have those, or some books, or even pillows could work too. We just want your back leg elevated. Your front foot is on the wall at about a 90-degree angle of the hip and the knee. The goal here is we are releasing the hip flexor a little bit while also getting the glute of this top leg and inner thigh engaged, okay? So I will walk you through the steps. It's pretty challenging to get right at first. So if you need to make it easier, one way to do that is to elevate the top leg even more. So I'm actually gonna place a yoga block on top of my foam roller to make it a little bit easier for me. I have a pillow here just to rest my head comfortably. To start, we're gonna get into the setup position first. So you're gonna actually push into the wall with the top leg, or the bottom leg, and then you can slightly lift the knee to engage this inner thigh on the bottom. We wanna maintain a tucked pelvis position throughout, because that's gonna help us feel that release in the front here, okay? So we don't wanna be spilling forward and arching our low back. So basically pushing into the wall with your front foot, that bottom foot, tucking the pelvis under, which should help you feel a good stretch there. So we kind of want that, that top leg either in line with our trunk and then pelvis tucked. So then to start, all I want you to do is feel this inner thigh engage. So again, tucked pelvis. You can think of lifting those side abs. You can always place like a small towel roll underneath your side to help you lift through the abs there and keep that tucked pelvis. So then you're just gonna press down into the yoga blocks or foam roller pillows, whatever you have there. So first, you're just getting this position down. So you're pushing into the wall with the bottom leg, pushing down into the block, foam roller with the top leg, feel your inner thigh, feel that glute squeeze, and then release, and just squeeze and release, practicing that while not losing this position here, okay? So again, we don't want to spill forward and let that low back arch. We're simply activating inner thigh, glutes. You should feel your inner thigh here, pelvis tucked. Really feel everything fire. And then to take it the next step, we are going to then lift that back leg without spilling forward, okay? So you should feel your outer glutes, some of those internal rotators of the hip, because we are with our knee turning in and our foot coming up, we are internally rotating that top hip while maintaining tucked pelvis position, front foot pushing into the wall. Think of like you're just sliding this back foot up the wall. Okay, so this should just really feel like a good release. We're getting inner thigh, you're pressing down into the block, glute, and then lifting that foot up, so we are rotating internally in that top hip. So this is great if you are someone that experiences deep butt pain, so which basically means those deep hip external rotators tend to take over for your glutes, for your large glute max muscle. If you're someone who has a lot of deep butt pain or tightness, just always feel like your glutes are just so tight, or you're constantly clenching your glutes, or if you're someone who feels like you always have tight hip flexors, this can be a great exercise to help with that. So give that a try. Again, we want the setup to tailor to you. So if you feel like you have a hard time keeping that tucked pelvis, keeping that side abs lifted away from the floor, then place a towel roll there, grab a pillow to make your neck comfortable, and then you want this to be relatively high to start. So that's why I have a foam roller and a yoga block, or you can pile a couple pillows, couple blocks, whatever works, but the higher it is gonna be, the easier. If you get better at it, you can take that away and just use the foam roller and do the same thing. You're trying to lift that foot in the position, but that's gonna be a lot harder. So give it a try, elevated first, and then you can always take something away to make it harder. And then you can give it a try on both sides and see how it feels. Maybe start with a couple sets of 10 reps, and there should not be any pain. And it's all about just making sure you're in the right position and working the right muscles as you squeeze down and lift that